She's up before sunrise, coffee in her hand, boots by the back door tending the land. Kids still sleeping, house ice cold, but she still sings strong and bold. She folds the laundry, clears the plates, smiles through another never-ending day, and somehow even laughs at my jokes, like back in the day when we both chain smoked. I see the miracle in front of me. She's our roots, the rain in our family tree. She never asks for praise or song, just loves her family and carries on. I haven't been the best of men, but I pray the Lord with both these hands. May I give her all she's meant, 'cause I've come to know she's heaven sent. She's patched my pride, she's prayed me through, held me steady when I split in two. She hides her hurt behind I'm fine, and gives the family hope like it's divine. Kids don't know the weight she bears, the meals, the math, and all the school fairs, but I see her through every quiet win, every sacrifice she's buried in. I see the miracle in front of me. She's a heart of this home, the air that I breathe. Never once she said this is too much, just led with a smile and the most loving touch. I haven't been the best of men, but I'd walk through fire to make amends. May I lift her up and be that gem, 'cause I've come to know she's heaven sent. I'll never forget, the kind you remember with lifelong regret. I heard her praying when she thought I was gone, whispering to God just to keep her strong. This miracle standing in front of me, wearing my old t-shirt and torn blue jeans. She's my morning light and evening star, the reason love lives where we are. I ain't been the best of men, but I love her deep, and we'll try again, 'cause I finally figured out I wanna be that gent without any regrets. She truly is heaven sent. I hope she hears these words I need to share, 'cause life without her is more than I could bear.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Carrie Kohan's Mystic Compass. It is another beautiful Tuesday where we're going to be doing some free readings for everyone. I've got my cards ready to go. I hope you enjoyed that intro song that was written by me, myself, and I, and Spirit, of course. And it was composed and produced by my co-host here, Glenn Rohatton. So, Glenn, are you here? Gosh, I love our music together. It's incredible.
Good afternoon. How's your Tuesday going?
It's great. Great.
Are you Tony the Tiger?
I am.
Did
dating
you sell
myself
cereal
again.
back in the day? Come on.
Great.
Welcome in, everyone. Yes, if you love that opening song, She's Heaven Sent, go. Please check it out if you're new to our channel. If you haven't listened to the soundtrack yet, go to iTunes, Amazon, Apple, Spotify, lots of different
Everywhere.
places, YouTube, and just type in the search, The Mystic Compass, and the album's going to come up. You can play it on your favorite device and support us. So thank you. So what are you doing there?
I'm cleaning the camera because I realized, I think I moved. I have like a safety security thing that is on it, and I close it down most of the time. And I think I had some oil on my fingers, and it looked like I was in a fog.
Okay, Carrie,
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
know
yeah.
why you have oil on your fingers. You were
You?
some you were eating some peanut butter cookies.
He's
You
such
were
a
eating some
spoiler.
Timbits. Come on, admit it.
I I skipped breakfast this morning. I went straight into a session with clients with yeah. I take from Daniel Jackson, don't call these people that are coming to you for advice clients, because that's not the best word. They're friends. Yeah. I had a session with a friend that I didn't know. She'd been following me since 2020 during, the lockdown time. And she found me back then on YouTube. And so it was really nice. We had the best conversation. That was a good segue to get you away from thinking about those peanut butter cookies, wasn't it?
They were good. They were good.
Well,
Oh, Carrie, by the
homemade.
way,
Mm.
one of the things that Carrie and Tammy and I do when we're, not busy working, which isn't very often, we are off, around town doing different things. And a couple weeks ago, we all went to, one of my favorite places,
Oh,
Goodwill. We went to Goodwill.
I
Carrie
thought you
loves
were.
Goodwill as well. And Tammy's starting to get a little hankering for going to Goodwill. I'm not, she'll probably say no. She'll probably could type it in the chat. But we went to Goodwill and we were looking at the different clothes. And I said, Carrie, pick me out a couple shirts. So she's looking around at the different shirts and she came up with this one here.
I thought it was awesome. It's like Malibu, what was that? Miami Vice? Wasn't it a guy on there that would always wear
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crockett, or was it Crockett or was it the other guy? I
don't
can't remember. It's been a
Yeah.
while, but
Yep.
I said, Carrie, if you pick out a shirt or two for me, I will wear it on a stream. And so I'm
I
wearing one
dared
of the
him.
shirts that she picked out for me. So let's,
I,
yeah, go ahead.
I picked out the most unusual shirt there was, and I was like, okay, I dare you to wear this one. Actually, I kind of like it. It looks pretty good.
Not bad. Not bad.
Yeah.
Just need some sunglasses and some beach sand, and I should be okay. And
Yeah.
Carrie always picks out a lot of nice clothes from Goodwill as well. We did a few videos. Maybe at some point in the future, we'll show some behind the scenes of what we do when we go out shopping. Carrie accepted an award. What was it, for best grandmother or something like that?
Yeah. Oh, that
Yeah.
was funny. Yeah, I forgot about that. They had an
Yeah.
award there, and it was best grandmother, and so I picked it up and I went, thank you, everyone, thank you.
Yes.
I'd like to thank my grandchildren, Willow and River and Aurora, of course, and Paxton, the newborn, and I just went on, all the grandkids.
You know who I'd like to thank? My daughter-in-law for making some good cookies. So,
No kidding. Yeah, they were homemade peanut butter and chocolate chip cookies, and oh my God.
You want to get going on here? Because we got a lot of things to go. I want to shout out some of the viewers here.
Okay.
We got Avatar, I think was first in the chat today, 777 Avatar 48. Of course, there's the wonderful Pamela Rainbow Blessings here with the emotes. Cheryl back in the house watching, at least on Twitch. I don't know if she's on both today, but I see the Twitch icon there. Lynn from New Zealand. I know it's early. At least it's not
5 a.m.
Lynn, 7 a.m. I hope you're enjoying your morning tea, coffee, orange juice, whatever you have in the mornings. Who else do we have here? Of course, Tammy behind the scenes. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and get comfy. Absolutely. Who else?
Pippi.
Hey, there's someone with your name.
Kaylee. Pippi.
No, but this one here, Carrie Milik from Oklahoma.
Wow.
We have another Carrie in the house.
Another Carrie in the house. Oh, I love you already.
That's one too many.
He's had enough with Carries.
I'm just kidding. Who else do we have? We've got, I think that's it of all the new names I'm seeing here. I'm scrolling through. Pippi. Yeah. Hello, everyone. Goodwill shops are awesome. Join the club. Shirt looks cool along with my hair. Well, thank you. Thank you. I'm trying to keep the curl out of it because apparently it's a touchy subject for a lot of people that I co-host with. You can narrow it down who that might be.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know who that would be. You're missing
Astrid.
a few here. Yes.
Astrid from the south of Spain. We got Selena here from London. And I think that's it. Yeah, a few other comments from some of the
Carol.
people I've mentioned, but good to see you guys here. If you have a question for Carrie, let me put it on the screen here so you know exactly what you need to do. If you have a question, oops, we did that one already. Please type it in the chat, whatever question you may have, and try to keep it, to a specific question, as we saw with Daniel on the weekend. General questions, try and be as specific as possible with your question. Of course, Carrie will answer any of your questions, but remember, financial advice cannot be given, and a lot of specific medical cannot be given as well. We do have a couple things we have to announce, Carrie, before we start.
Mhm.
We got some changes coming up. Carrie and I stood by the road sign there and we said, okay, let's use this as our picture underneath the clouds. Not really, it's Photoshopped.
Yeah.
But an announcement for you guys that have been watching us over the last while. The Mystic Compass will be on hiatus, starting this weekend up until around August 6th. It depends, because this lady up here is going home like E.T. She left her Reese's Pieces in the wild. She called her mothership and said, I need to go home. So she'll be going home next week. And based on that, we will resume hopefully with live shows on August the 6th. There may be some other things that pop up on the channel in the meantime, but August 6th is when we plan to reconvene. Yes, that'll be strange. I can usually just go upstairs and calmly remind her. Yes, calmly remind her, Carrie.
Oh, is that how you approach me? Is that really how you do it? Oh, Carrie.
How do I remind me? How do I approach you when I need you to do something?
Well, it's more me. I'm like, Glenn.
True. That is true. See, I was willing to take all the blame and all the
no, I would say it's reverse. Yeah. Because Tammy and I will be sitting in the living room and we'll be like, we're not up yet. Glenn, have you got it going yet? I won't say what we actually call you, the name that your mom used to call you. But
yes, please.
We don't want that on air.
Save that for a future time. You need to get back at me.
Exactly.
Also a reminder, we're going down to 2 shows a week, at least, for the first little bit as Carrie gets acclimatized back to Portugal. So we will be doing Wednesday shows, which will be the free reading shows like today. And we'll be doing Friday shows as usual, the decodes, the guests. Both of those will be at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. And in the future, we may do a third show. We may do pop-up shows from time to time. But keep that on the calendar. Starting on probably August 6th, we'll be going down to 2 shows a week. So I wanted to give you guys that heads up. So if you see, where are they? They're not here on Wednesday night or Tuesday morning. Where are they?
We can't do Wednesday night because Wednesday night, 7 p.m. in Canada is like 2 a.m. in Portugal, right? So
what's wrong with that?
I'm not, I am a night owl. I've been going to bed at 2 a.m. every night for like a month now because we're working so much. But so we're switching Tuesday readings at 11 o'clock to Wednesdays. So no readings on Tuesdays anymore because actually Glenn has another gig. And he's working, we got to get the income, right? And that leads to, if you guys can share it on Facebook, on Twitter, on, all of your social media, please take it right now, share it, as far as you can, because that will change the algorithms for us. And that's what we need to get past with. So I've never been monetized on YouTube, but I think we're really, really close to it now. So we just need a little bit more help, your push, and sunshine is coming. It's exciting times for us all.
And you know what, Carrie? If all 200 people that are viewing right now subscribed, I wouldn't need another gig. We could do 4 shows a week, 5 shows a week. We could do marathons. We could do giveaways.
Yeah. If everyone contributed $4.95 a week, or a month, not even a week. If everyone watching did that, we would be fine because it's 2 families splitting everything. I did look in. I do want to share just quickly before we go too far. I was thinking about the politics and stuff. The last show that we did, not the last one, the second to last one, and we talked about Mr. T, President T, and I thought, I don't know, I just feel like we have to get away from talking about that, and that's exactly what came up. It's time to let it all go. So let go of the focus on what's lacking in our society, what's wrong in our society. Oh my God, the trauma and drama, because this is a brand new beginning, and the beginning begins when we focus on what's good about all this. Because to focus on what's the definition of stupid? The word stupid came up, and I was like, really? Stupid? You want to talk about stupid? I don't use the word, number one. I used to say to the kids, that's an S word. We don't say stupid. And it's kind of an angry word, right? But having said that, what is the definition of stupid? Well, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Well, if we're focusing on what's going on in the world, and we're clucking our tongue, and we're, getting all riled up and worrying, it's the worry, right? If we are constantly worrying about the negative and we're expecting a different result, well, then that is stupid. We have to start changing the way that we think about things. And so that's what Glenn and I, we sat down, we decided we're going to really become, we love joking around. We love bringing the humor in. And I think that's the focus that we're going to be. Oh, there you go. Laughter. That's our focus. Okay. The cards are saying it. I love it. Absolutely love it.
So are you willing to put on a red nose at some point in times?
That's your job. You're the clown. You're the smart ass, right?
Okay, I'll do it for the team.
Good.
So that whiteboard conversation, you don't want to do that then?
Oh yeah, actually. Okay, that'll be our last one, because that is something that I need to share with the world. That is something that has been overlooked and scrubbed clean. So yeah, we need to do that. Are we doing that today? Should I pull out the whiteboard now?
No, we'll just go with what I have on the screen.
Okay. Look at that. You did it. Okay. So what we have on the screen there was an operation called this name, and it was a long time ago. Many of you know the work that I did with PDF files, right? And how I wrote and amended 14 laws in Canada to protect children. Well, when Obi, not one Kenobi, Obi there, whatever we're going to call him. What should we call him?
Barry.
Oh, Barry, of course. Okay, so when Barry was in power, he was, of course, the head of the state, and there was a government operation called this name. It was a 3-letter agency that was actually doing the right thing. Believe it or not, they were a group of investigators that were really starting to break things down. And this operation was exposing that little ones were being put in trunks of CARs, and then those cars were then shipped to all these countries abroad that you probably can imagine. One starting with I, and it wasn't IS, it was IS, right? It was associated with Barry here. And so LEB was the start of another country, right? And these cars were being shipped. And so now if you Google and you look up this operation, it actually has nothing about little ones. It says it was about, those kinds of things, like, right? Kenny, I have to mime everything out. Isn't it ridiculous?
Yeah. Good thing we're not going to focus on current events going forward, because it's just too difficult on YouTube and Facebook to do that.
So now the whole operation has been scrubbed clean, and it mentions nothing about the little ones. And 100% of this operation was all about the little ones, the kids. So in the investigation, they started going higher and higher and higher, and they realized how far-reaching this ring was. It was the biggest ring.
Biggest ring of fire.
Biggest ring of fire on the planet. And it was so far reaching that it went to Barry's office, apparently. And he shut it down. He actually put a memo out to the agency just as they were about to do the arrests. I mean, they were so close. They were just about to do it. And this was my forte. I was the foremost expert on PDF files in the entire country, if not the planet. And so I looked at these things constantly. And they were so close to exposing, who was actually the ringleader. And it got shut down. And the whole thing, boom, completely while he was in office. And so, that was, I believe, the beginning of the exposure. And now there's some stuff coming out about Barry. And I think that this operation is going to be of his, bringing him down, because this was such a huge operation. It was massive. It involved so many countries, and it all makes sense when you look at what he was doing with all the others, right? There were so many. It was literally thousands of those that are up there, and they were all part of it. And so I keep an eye out, because I think that this operation will be exposed, and it will be the downfall of those guys.
You heard it here. Carrie is saying that this operation with this word is going to become in the limelight and a little bit more mainstream going forward. So watch out for that. In the meantime, Netflix has a new series called Cassandra. And it's funny that this new series called Cassandra is starting this year in 2025.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. No. I'm not kidding. It's a new series on Netflix called Cassandra. So the timing.
I've been telling these guys for how many weeks about this study and about this operation. It's not even a study. It was a takedown. And I said, this is something, this is what's going to be the end, the beginning of that for a lot of them. And because it was so big, and here we are. See, I knew it. Anyways, we're going to focus on the light, and we're going to see that is exposed. I want you to imagine that the doors open up on it, and those that were investigating, they come out and they say, yes, we had this file, we had this, because so far it's been scrubbed, but it's not going to be much longer. It's going to be coming out. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we got a couple other things before we get to some questions. Again, please put your question for Carrie in the chat. We'll do some live readings very quickly, but a couple other things to shout out, Carrie. We had a wonderful show on Friday. If you missed our episode on Friday, you will not, please go watch it after this show. Put it on. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Twitch. Look for this little thumbnail that Carrie put together with Mr. Jackson. What a wonderful guy, wonderful guest, wonderful insight, spreading the light and the knowledge. And Carrie and I really enjoyed that interview, didn't we?
It was awesome. Yeah, I've spoken with Daniel several times since. He absolutely enjoyed it. He said out of all the interviews he's had, ours was the favorite so far. So that was a really nice compliment. We'd love to have him on as a regular if he'd be open to it, but there's no but there. We'd love to have him on as a regular if he'd be open to it. So we'll leave it at that. Hopefully
if you're watching, Mr. Jackson,
yes, come on
physically back. Or telepathically. Thank you for being on our show, and go check out his book. He talked about his book, his very first book, The New Beginning, My Awakening as a Spirit Medium. And I know a lot of you in chat really enjoyed that as well. So go check that out on YouTube or on Twitch, and every view helps us as well.
I actually bought his book, and like him, there were so many similarities. It was bizarre. I've never met anyone that has had very similar experiences as to what I have. Like him, he said, I don't learn from other mediums. I don't listen to other psychic shows. When I do, I get a little frustrated. This is me speaking now, which you guys have probably heard, right? Glenn and Tammy certainly have, right? As we sit there and watch another show that is quite popular, I go, oh my gosh, they're giving the wrong, anyways, that's a whole nother thing. But going back to Daniel, he doesn't listen to other mediums. He gets all the information downloaded, as do I. So it was really refreshing. I actually bought his book, and it'll probably be, I don't know, the 4th, 5th book I've ever read in my life. So I'm looking forward to it. It gets here, I think, tomorrow. So that's exciting. And you can actually get a session with him as well, if you rather. And you can go to his website. I think that Tammy already put up the link for his website. So go and check that out. And you can book a session with him as well. He's like 150 American for 2 full hours.
Yeah.
So it's very good.
Mary says your show with Daniel was great. I've been spreading the word so others can listen as well. Thank you, Mary. And hello to Jeff as well. Pamela says, I don't think the My Name is 6 questions were done, but the actual show was golden. Actually, we did get through the 6 questions, but we only planned on having him on for maybe 15 minutes or 30 minutes, but he was such an excellent speaker and guest that the flow of questions just kept going and we just went with it. So yeah, sometimes that's going to happen with that little segment. It was, it just evolved into the show that went over 2.5 hours. I think it's our longest show that we've ever done.
It was
amazing. One more thing to announce, Carrie, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited about this. I am so pumped up. And no, it's not that you're going back to Portugal. No, not at all. That's not why I'm so excited. No.
Oh, that's not nice.
By the way, you know what Glenn's mom called him as a young? No, don't. It's not the time to use it yet. Not the time. Carrie and I, she's done a couple workshops already on her own. And she's still working on editing. Any kind of things you want to update the chat on in terms of your editing for both these workshops?
I've finished day 1. Okay, so there's 18 hours of video time, right, for my first workshop, which was the Freedom Masters workshop. So I got day 1 completely finished. Day 2 I'm working on right now. So I was thinking about, releasing the day 1, but it's better to put it all together. So maybe by the end of this week. Next week I'm traveling, and so it has to be by the end of this week. I'm hoping this weekend, by Sunday, Monday of next week, it'll be out there. And same with the writers. So I was supposed to do the workshop with Kelly Woodhouse, who is my BFF for I don't know how many 20 years or something like that. We produced this workshop together way back when in 2013. And I've been teaching it ever since. But she was not wanting to do it as much anymore, and she really just needed a rest. I said, no worries, I'll teach it by myself, and so I did, and it went really, really well. Everyone was absolutely raving at the end of it, and we've had so many of you writing me since saying, "Wow, in 1 week, it's been just over a week. I've written this and this and this, and my book is almost finished already in 1 week." And that's pretty exciting. And that's without AI. They're just writing, like actual authors. And so it's pretty exciting to see everyone's transformation. And so those workshops I will have them done by Monday next week. This is my goal. Okay.
Cool. And I can attest that Carrie has been working her butt off. She goes down in her room and works hours upon hours upon hours, comes up and eats, watch a little TV, and then boom, back to bed and up working again. So they will be coming out. And for those that didn't attend the workshops, at some point in the future, they'll still be able to purchase and view those videos, correct?
Yeah, it won't be the price that we were offering it at before. I mean, that was a rock bottom, entry price so that we could produce it. But it'll probably be a little bit more, but it'll still be, the value in it will be incredible. 19 hours of workshop time, I am reducing it down. So it'll probably be, 12 hours in around there.
And finally, before our first question, Carrie and I, coming up at the end of August, Look at that, folks. We have a new workshop for you that we're so pumped up about. Boy, big smile on my face when Carrie posted this. Oh, yeah. You
I
get you get you get a
yeah.
full day with us, folks. Pretty much a full day if you want to sign up for this. And we are going to teach you, instruct you how to not only create your own music, write your own music, compose your own music, publish your music, sell your music, your digital music. And that is going to be a 3-part series all on the same day that Carrie and I uh, will put together at the end of August. So, Carrie, do you want to address anything with this?
Yeah, so it is limited to only 8 people because we're doing it through your program that we do all of our workshops and our podcasts through. So it's only allowing 10 people on at a time. 2 are here, so 8 people are coming in. If you go to, I don't have it up on my website yet. Tammy, do you have the link for it? I hope. Yeah, Eventbrite. There it is. So if you click the online link, you can actually register for it. And again, it's only 8 people that are going to be live with us. By the end of it, we are going to teach you how to write your own song, write your own lyrics, starting from scratch. You'll have a couple of hours to work with it and formulate it. And then Glenn is going to go into the technical aspect, right? Glenn, do you want to talk about that?
Yeah. So first hour and a half to 2 hours, Carrie's going to teach you the templates and how to write your music. She's going to give you a little bit of time to write your own songs. You're going to write them that day, folks, just like with the book. You're going to write a song. And then I'm going to come on, I'm going to show you the program to use and all the little cool things you do with that puts the song together, the lyrics, the composition, the genre, the style, all that kind of stuff. I'm going to teach you that. And then we are going to take the lyrics that you have written and you're going to be able to listen to your song on that day if you've got it written in time. So that is part of part 2, which is going to be a 4-hour section that I'm going to teach. I'm going to teach you how to fade your music, crop your music, change a word or two if there's a word you need to kind of fix, how to convert to an MP3, a wave format, which is usually used for on radio. And we're going to have a fun time. I'm going to show you some of the songs we've created for the Mystic Compass and some of the other songs, go through country genres, parody genres, jazz, rock and roll, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be so fun. I'm so excited. And you're going to learn a lot of deep secrets about Carrie we haven't talked about.
Oh my goodness. Actually, you're going to learn so much. We're looking at folk and top 40 music, whatever it is that you desire, we can actually create with you.
And part 3, what are we doing in part 3?
Well, part 3 is where I'm going to actually teach you and I'm going to show you the emails that I used when I sent out to radio stations and how out of 7 songs that I wrote and Glenn produced and composed, out of 7 of them, 4 of them have been picked up by the radio stations for their airplay. And one we've actually listened to. When was that? 2 weeks, 3 weeks ago now? Yeah. It was on the Country Music Showcase on CJWE.
Yeah, we heard it live right on our show on that Wednesday evening.
Yeah, that was really exciting. Isn't that a dream of so many of us to be like driving in the car and you hear your song on the radio? Well, for us, we were doing a live podcast and all of a sudden Tammy was going, "Oh my God, it's on." And so we brought it on. Glenn brought it on and we were able to listen to it all together and record that moment that our first song was on the radio. So I'm going to actually share with you those emails that I sent out and you can use them as a template. And they're very successful because, gosh, we got onto one of the songs is Celtic. It's Where the River Meets the Sky. And so I thought, I'm going to look up radio stations that are Celtic music. And sure enough, found quite a few. And so put the email out to them and immediately had one come back and say, I can see this being on our playlist. Thank you. We'll definitely put it on. And so we also teach you how to register, right? Do you want to talk about that?
Just very briefly, again, in countries across the world, you need to register so that if your songs are being played by a YouTuber, by a radio station, by a TV network, that you get credit for it and you get a small little bit of income for them using your song. So we'll teach you whether you're in Canada, America, Europe, maybe even Australia, New Zealand, where you can register your song. So that will be part of it. And not only radio, but we're going to teach you how to sell, how to put your album, your songs on iTunes, on Spotify, all these places that we have ours. We're going to show you how to do that so your friends, family, other people can come across them and purchase them or listen to them on YouTube, that kind of thing. So it's going to be, a good 6.5 to 7 hours that we're going to spend with you. And by the end of it, we are hoping that you will have at least one song created and on your way to many more.
Absolutely. So
And
come and join us. Only eight spots, only 8 seats open. And so.
And Lynn asks, where is it here? Lynn says, are these going to be available after? I believe so, right? At least for the 8 people that sign up, they are going to have access to it. If there's enough interest, Carrie and I might do another workshop with another 8 people, because it's always fun to do it live, especially when they're creating their own music. We may put out something, for the general public as well as a workshop recorded, but we love doing the live ones.
I don't think it'll be as effective because you're writing your song and then you actually get to plug it into digital creation with Glenn. And there's a lot of technical aspect of that, right? All the different components to it. And then you get samples and you get to listen to your samples and decide which one you like best. And then we go from there, right?
And I should note as well that if we do compose a song for you, using the software I use, you will get a copy of that song. That will be your song. We don't have ownership over that song. And, if you're willing, Carrie and I talked about, you might even have one of your songs featured on a future Mystic Compass album, a volume 2, a volume 3. We may put it on one of our albums. So much opportunity. We hope you join us again. Only 8 spots. And that is going to be on Saturday, August the 30th. So hope you consider that and sign up and join us then.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Okay. I think there was one other thing I was going to say about that, but if it comes up later, I will mention it then.
Great. Okay.
All right. Ready for some questions?
Yes.
Okay. Let me put you on the screen here and I'll scroll up to find what our first question is. And okay. Jackson. Hello, Jackson.
Hey, Jackson.
Carrie, last week you said my daughter's Ashley had a high 70% chance of getting the job. Today they called her
and hired her.
Good job.
Oh, isn't that exciting?
She's so happy. Things come true that you say, Carrie. What's going on?
I know, right?
Jeez.
Well, what I felt was there was still an indecision being made at that time, but she really needed to focus and say, yes, this is the job I want. And once she stated it with conviction to the universe, it was hers. And I believe that that's what she did. And I'm getting truth bumps just talking about it. So that feels really accurate. So thank you for following up with us, Jackson. That is awesome. Good news. She has
give her our best too. Like tell her all the best from us, because that's always special when someone gets hired for a job.
Yeah, totally. Yay.
Okay. What else do we got going on here? Just scrolling down. Lynn says, hi, Carrie. My friend Jill can't come for some reason to get into the chat. Would you please see if you can look into why she's feeling so stressed? Any advice will be much appreciated. This is for Lynn's friend Jill.
Yeah, anxiety. It's like, it's not even stressed. It's like an anxiety. So it could be, first thing that comes up is an empath. But she feels that she's not because she's shut herself down so much. When empaths, they get a lot of energy from everyone else. They're like a sponge. And so they shut down, they put a wall up. And, she would really benefit from either a session or the workshop once I finish editing it. Yeah, because it's affecting her breathing, the stress. It's affecting her heart and her breathing. So let's say a prayer for your friend, Jill, okay? I actually want to just visualize for a moment here with everyone's help that we're going to ask, dear Lord, please, we lift Jill up in our hands and we ask that you bring her back to her natural state. And feel all that stress just lifting up and off of her. There you go. She's struggling. She wants to hold on to it. So this might be learned behavior. We're going to ask again. Okay, Jill, we're talking to your higher self now, and we're going to ask that you give us permission to lift off all that anxiety and stress, and that you'll be able to see it in a different light. You'll be able to see it with new eyes, and you'll realize as your ideal self that it's just water off a duck's back, just let it go. Okay, so again, we lift you up and we ask, dear Lord, please lift everyone here in the entire chat. We lift all of us up and please bring us back to our natural state. Wow. Can you feel that? Wow, everyone did so well. Can you feel the calmness? I had I had a friend came for a session this morning, and she's a friend now, definitely. And that was exactly, I did this exercise with her at the very beginning, and she was like, I feel so calm. Yeah, goosebumps. Hello, sane. Absolutely. So just say it over and over again. I lift myself up to Creator, and I say, please, dear Lord, bring me back to my natural state. And feel the light come into you. Feel everything else just melt away. All the concerns, all the worries. It's like everything that you've been carrying for a very long time. Just let it go. There. My work here is done. Okay, we're done. Glenn, I think that was a good day. That's all we need to do.
That's it. We're done.
That's it. No one will have any more
Friday,
questions.
folks. We're done. Yeah, no, we got a few other questions to get to here, Carrie. So let's continue on.
Okay.
Next up, Rainbow's again in the house. Rainbow just signed or is signing a 1-year lease today.
Wow.
How will my new rental go? Congratulations, Rainbow.
Okay, so again, dialogue is everything, right? So when you're saying, how will it go? You're kind of putting a question up there, and we need to heal that language and say, okay, my security, because when you see father child, you have to be the wife, the husband, everything in your household, correct? Yeah. And so your security is unwavering. You have to actually say, okay, I am so excited that this lease is coming through and it's going to be fantastic. And it is my ideal dream house. And, just speak it into fruition, honey. No more questions, no more, how's it going to go? Because a how question, it can be a good question. Like we used to say, why questions will spiral you down, and a how question, how can I do this? How can I get it done? That brings you on path. But in this case, how will it go? That's again a nice big general question, and it's not serving you. A better question would be what? It's not even a question, it's a statement, right? Yeah. I'm so happy and grateful that my child and I are safe and we're in a beautiful environment, and I don't have to dig up, new listings anymore. I don't have to go digging for, where I'm going to live next. So let all of that go and realize that you have the Father, Son, Holy Ghost with you at all times, and the judgment is gone and you are protected. And so it is. Yay. If it is for the best and highest good, it shall be. And there it is.
Okay, there you go, Pamela. Thank you for the question. Again, we're
Congrats,
streaming
by the
on
way.
Facebook.
Mm-hmm. Sorry,
Facebook.
Congrats, by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
On Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch right now. So if you have a question, please put it in the chat. And if it's on Facebook, we will ask your questions as well. Hammer Bammers got in a little bit late into the stream saying, hello, everyone, just got here. Of course, we saw Hammer Bammers on one of our segments last week or a couple of weeks ago. Good to see you from Alberta. Robin Houston. I think maybe she asked a similar question. It seems familiar. When will we get our homestead property?
Okay, so a better question, more yes and no. Will you get your homestead property? Yes or no? It's 50-50 right now. because there's a question: when will we get it? Oh, when will we get it? Right? So that puts ambiguity out there. That puts. I want you to be very clear in, we're so excited we're getting our homestead, and it's coming. Will it be in 3 months? Will it be in 3 days? Because 3 is what I see. So 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Feels more towards the 3 months. Could be as little as 3 days, 3 weeks. So if you really want to manifest it, so speak it into fruition. And yeah. So I want you to state to the universe, I'm so happy and excited that we're getting our homestead, and describe it and feel it. My homestead is beautiful. It looks like this, and it feels like this, and it has this, and it has that, and it has that. Get excited about it. And when you have that feeling nature, it will manifest. Yeah, you've got to heal and let go of some stuff and focus on what really is going to make you happy about the homestead, right? That is the key. That's the key. You've got to focus on the joy that you're going to feel, and then write it down. I want you to actually write down, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm living in the homestead of our dreams, right? And I'm so happy and grateful. And now that I live in this homestead, this is what I experience. I get up in the morning. I don't have boredom anymore because there's so much to do. I go for it. I get up and I start going. Yeah, it's a beginning of a whole new life for me. That's what you need to write down, because when you come from that kind of conviction, Spirit has to provide it for you. In my workshop, I will take one more second here. In my workshop, Freedom Masters workshop, I talk about an exercise. In fact, I didn't do it in this last one, so I'll share it here now. It was a download, and it was Carrie's restaurant, right? So if life was a restaurant and God was your waiter, what would you order from the menu of life? That's a good question for you. So obviously, you're going to order a homestead. Well, imagine Creator's standing in front of you, and he's got his pad and pen, and he's like, okay, what would you like? Half of us don't know what we want. And so we just kind of go day to day and in limbo, and we kind of wish for this, we kind of wish for that. We're not being specific. We're not grabbing the pen and writing down, this is, I really wish for this. When you say with conviction, I really wish for this, it will come to be. Okay. I am so happy and grateful now that I am living. I am, right? Speak as if it's already happened. I am, living in my homestead. And I want you to be really specific, right down to, the smell. What's the smell like? Can you smell the hay? Can you smell the cattle? Can you smell, the chickens? What is it that you smell on your homestead? And put that down. And that goes for everyone here. You want to manifest something? You got to speak it into fruition, and better yet, write it down and write down the feeling natures. Okay. There's also a free gift. If you go to carriekohan.com, at the very top, actually, it is a free gift. It's a financial hypnosis recording that I did many years ago at 2 a.m. And I was having the same kind of thing. I was in a crossroads. And so Creator said, use your talents. So I recorded the recording right there. And it changed my life. All of a sudden, finances were flowing. It was like, whoa, not whoa, that's funny. That's funny that I went, whoa, because that can be, whoa, slow down, right? Sometimes when all of a sudden the money really starts to flow, sometimes we do that, right? We go, whoa, this is amazing. But in that whoa, we tell energy to slow down. No. Keep it coming. I'm so happy and grateful that the finances are flowing. I've got money flowing. I'm a money magnet. It comes with ease and grace, right? And joy. Just random checks show up in the mailbox. So excited, right? Payments. Yay. And that's it. So that's what you need to do. That's your homework. Okay.
Thank you so much, Robin, for the question. Mm-hmm. And just to note, too, that we don't have control over when ads come in, whether they're on Facebook, on YouTube, or Twitch. And I know Robin is on Twitch right now, and I think there was an ad playing for the first part of her question there that I noticed. Again, if you subscribe, you won't get those ads. Or if you watch the show after, you can go back and watch it, and you can see the response to the full question. So thank you, Robin. Also, thank you to Bobby N25, who just followed us 3 minutes ago on Twitch. We got a new follower there on Twitch there. Thank you so much. Thank you, Bobby. And again, feel free to say hi and ask a question. And I guess we're on to
you
the
don't
next
even
one.
need to subscribe. I mean, a subscription is pretty nice because it shows us that you're really enjoying it and you're helping us with a coffee a month, basically. A quarter of a cup of coffee every week. That's nice. But at least like us, follow us. And that costs you nothing. It just is a click of a button. If you're getting any kind of value from this, please follow us, because we do actually get paid from Twitch per follows. And that makes a big difference. And same with YouTube. My gosh, we have been hovering around 12,000, 11,800 followers for a very long time. And we need to get more. So if you can just take this second and hit the follow button, the subscribe button, whatever it is, whatever site you're on, and do it for free, it will make a huge difference in our lives. Thank you.
Yeah. Every platform has different words for things. Follow, subscribe, like, all these, share, all these things. Just hit every button you can. Click all the buttons like your cat's walking on your keyboard.
Oh, that's a good analogy.
Jerry, first time here. Well, welcome to the Mystic Compass, Jerry. Great to have you here.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, Carrie,
Jerry, did you have a question? Jerry, seeing the forest for the trees. So you have a lot of choices ahead of you right now. And this is what a card to come up with a brand new person. But this is a female image of shutting down, of closing off. So, we want you to dance. We want you to get the mojo going. We want you to actually start to feel like dress sexy. When you look in the mirror, I want you to go, damn, I look good. And you probably do, but grow the spirit within. We need you to really start to lift that spiritual connection within. And so when you look in the mirror, you will stop shoveling the SHIT, and you will heal whatever it is inside. You will let that go in a totally different direction. And instead you'll focus on what's good about your life and the beautiful home that you've created, the warmth that you have, the warmth in your heart, but also the warmth in all the people around you. And so with that, visualize, see, feel the beautiful family. And it keeps coming back to dancing. We need you to get up and move and dance. Move and dance. You've probably been getting that for a while, haven't you? When you're waking up, that's what it feels like, is that, excuse me, makes me want to sneeze for some reason. I don't know what's around, but it's irritating the nose. Might be cat fur, but I don't have much in here. So yeah. Anyways, you might be waking up in the morning and hearing, you got to move, you got to get moving, right? And it's not I know you work but it's more for yourself, right? To stretch and to move and to dance, turn on some music and lift that spirit and really get going. Yes, ma'am, she says. Well done. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you so much, Jerry. Welcome. I hope you're able to tune in. Again, we do have a fair bit of questions, and folks, we're going to go a little longer today because this is going to be the last live reading for at least a couple weeks. So we'll get in a few extras today. So be patient, and thank you for all your questions. But we also like to shout out our new people. Manette is also new. So welcome, Manette, watching on YouTube. I'm so excited and grateful to find you both. Well, Carrie, what do you got for Manette for us?
Okay, let's pull out some cards. Okay, so Manette, you're walking side by someone, but there feels like a lack of a connection between you. And also finances. Don't worry about the finances. They're really starting to grow for you. It comes back to joy, instead of worrying about finances and you got the female card again, right? It's the shutting down. And it might not even be shutting down. It's more like, I don't know what it is with that one. We'll leave it at that, right? That there's something there. We need you to find the joy. We need you to get, it's the same cards. Isn't that interesting? So this card is about healing not only yourself, but your entire environment. And the green is your heart chakra. So you have green all around you. You've got the biggest heart, my girl. You really, and sometimes we shut down the heart because of pain that has come in the past. And we really need you to start focusing on letting that go, flushing down the toilet, anything that has hurt you in the past. And the blue towel, dropping the cards again. The, the blue towel is about your voice chakra and speaking your truth. So this is about comforting yourself, about doing things for yourself that really make you happy. And in doing so, you're going to open up the gates to all kinds of new possibilities. So what is new for you? So what's with your car? It could be a possible new car. It keeps coming back to the same cards for you guys, is start seeing what it is that you desire. And whether you just got a new car or you're about to get a new car, the cash, don't worry about it. If you don't need money to live your dreams, honey, right? You don't need money to live your dreams. What you need is the focus, and everything will just appear for you in your hand. And so we need you to say, okay, if money wasn't an issue, I am so happy and grateful that I'm driving my brand new car, and it looks like this and it smells like this, and I feel like, and I put the key into the door and I can open it up, or I go click click and open the door. When I wanted a Porsche Boxster, it didn't take long. It took about 6 days for me to manifest it. But every day, all day long, I would go to my car, and I had a beater car at the time. And I would see, it was an old van that was like, it was a family van, but it was running down. And every time I go to the back of this big van, I would see my little Boxster, and I would unlock the back, because at that time it didn't have a remote. And I would see myself putting a key into the back of my little dark blue Boxster. And 6 days later, I found one, and it just miraculously showed up in the price range that I was able to afford, which was ridiculously low. And that's what we did. So that's what I'm going to invite you to do. You are in alignment. This is a real strong time for you to manifest. So you need to start getting clear on what it is that you want in your life. Okay. Much love to you.
Okay, always cool when we have some new people in the chat and get to know them a little bit. So welcome to the community. You're amongst many wonderful, awesome, fantastic spiritual people. So welcome all in. We do have a couple Facebook questions we'll get to after this one here from Astrid. I do have a specific question, Carrie. I really don't know what to do about it. My daughter, 23 years old, didn't finish school and doesn't work. She's either drawing or on her phone during the day. How can I help her?
Oh my goodness, this is a common thing with this generation, isn't it? Motivation and life is easy, but there's a depression that comes with all of that. Okay, so I would suggest a session with me. If you can do that, Astrid, go online on carriekohan.com and make an appointment with me with her, because what we can do in 45 minutes will change your life. She just needs some direction, and she needs to realize where she's going, because right now, drawing is a huge thing for her. She loves to draw. She loves the arts, but she didn't fit in like most of us, right? And I don't think she does drugs or anything like that. It doesn't feel like that's there. And if, it's like, that's not something that she wants in her life. And so she is actually driven. She just doesn't know where to go or how to get there. So make a session with me, hun. And I'll make sure what I can do in 45 minutes will blow your mind. Okay. she'll be a different young lady.
And
She
just to
says
follow up
yep.
from Astrid, she says she will look for a job but is not doing it.
Yeah.
Also, she doesn't help me a lot in the house. Everything is always too much.
Yeah. So it's the depression, right? It's overwhelm and not having any direction whatsoever and just feeling really, yeah. And also it's expectations on our behalf. If we allow, our kids to slack constantly, they're not going to feel motivated to do it, right? So sometimes we have to light a fire underneath their butt and say, okay, I really need you to contribute because you're getting old enough now. And soon either you're going to have to be out there paying your own rent or you can start paying rent here. And you need a job to do that. But there's a lot of fear. If you've never really, can you imagine, you haven't had to, defend yourself or fend for yourself. You haven't had to do much because everything's being provided. And then all of a sudden, boom, you're supposed to go out and get a job. Well, how? You don't know how to do interviewing skills. You don't know how to, you haven't had those kinds of small challenges along the way to make decisions on your own. I think the greatest gift we can give our children right from very young is with small decision making. When my kids were 4 or 5 years old, it was like, okay, you have to decide what clothes you're going to wear in the morning. You have to lay them out the night before. And I remember at first my kids were like, no, I don't want to decide, it's too tough. And I was like, I know it is, honey, but if you could do it, what would you do? You always align and redirect. So that's what I would say is, if she says, I just don't know how to do it. I know you don't. But if you did know, what would be the first steps that you would take? What would you do, hun? And be compassionate about it, loving about it, but also don't let her get away with it anymore, right? You've got to be the mom and you have to prepare her for life, right? So unless she has a LD, a learning disability, or is clinically depressed or something like that, and quite frankly, depression, that I can, zip away within that 45 minutes. That will not be an issue. Anxiety is not an issue. All of that stuff, it's gone. 45 minutes, no medication, no nothing. You don't need any of that. In my belief system is that there are things that we can do, but it takes a good 45 minutes. Okay. So yeah.
Thank you, Astrid, for the question. And again, it's always fun to watch when Carrie does these readings and with the cards. And you guys don't get to see, it's not a full kind of body shot here. And you watch a lot of other mediums and they have card views and they show you as they're flipping the cards and they look and they stare at it for a while before they think and respond. Carrie's like, you can't see it, but she's not looking for specific cards. She has her cards and she just cuts them like you cut a card of decks. And immediately, even before she even looks at it herself, sometimes she comes up with the words. It just comes to her so naturally. So I just find that amazing. It blows me away because I watch other mediums and they flip the cards and they think a little bit and they think a little bit and then they respond. But Carrie's just like that. So just wanted to point out that for those you that might be new to this, she's not picking select cards for you. It's whatever she cuts in her deck. And that's why sometimes they're the same card from time to time.
Telling a story. Yeah. So yeah, good distinction, Glenn. Thanks for that. Because I hear Spirit's voice actually as I'm cutting the deck and I hear what to say for each. Sometimes I'll check on the way up. And if it's that female card or the male card, I have to cover it because of what we're doing. But everything else, it just, comes. Yeah.
Okay, next up, let's get to a couple Facebook questions and then we'll get back to the chat here. I think Bobby will be next up. Jody, who looks like she's either standing with her daughter or her granddaughter, says, just wondering how my divorce proceedings will go. Any input would be appreciated. from Facebook.
Oh, okay. So you're talking to a woman that took 15 years to go through divorce court in Alberta. You know, in Canada, divorce it's a huge money making industry for the lawyers and for the justice and the judges. You know, you have judges that I believe in Alberta, especially, um, they like to keep things going because they get paid more and more and more. So, not all judges, you know, but there are some. So, if you can do it amicably and think what's best for the kids, that is the best advice that I can give you, because you can really damage kids through divorce, especially if it's elongated, you know, and their future relationships, because they have either daddy syndrome or mummy syndrome or God knows what from it. It's traumatizing. The divorce court system in Canada, especially. States is a bit better. Europe is even better, I believe, but they pit you against one another in Canada, and it's all about the money, and no one wins other than the lawyers and judges, and we know that. So if I was to do it all over again, I would have. It cost me 600,000 to make 700,000, right? And all I was asking for was child support, which should be a no-brainer, but it cost me 600,000 to do that, Canadian. I had to remortgage a house and everything. So, you know, I would really recommend, don't go into the court system. Do the mediation. Try to, you know, cut your losses if you need to, because you go into divorce court and it's tough. I know, I can hear you like you're already in it. Oh, so how is it going to proceed? Um, I don't know if anyone's a winner in the divorce court system, especially the kids, you know. So my gut is to tell you, just settle, just get it done, because you're looking for a win, and everyone's looking for a win, right? It's not a win when it comes to kids in divorce court, unless you're saying, okay, that's it, you know, let's just settle, let's just be done. You don't want to pay anything, fine, you know what, I can do it on my own. And that's what I would do all over again, because that 600,000 or 30,000 or whatever, 50,000 that you're paying into divorce court, that can go a long ways, and it sucks you dry. So yeah, heal, 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 heal. Let it go. Let go of all those, you know, do I go this way? Do I go that way? How's it going to end? Instead, build the bridge of peace. Everyone can learn from this. Build the bridge of peace in your divorce. Jeff, what's Jeff's last name? God, I love this guy. Let me see just a second. I am just going to look him up, because this man, this friend of mine, Jeff B. Wilkie. Okay, Jeff B. Wilkie. Shout out to him. This morning, I saw, it's going to make me cry. I saw a post of his this morning, and his ex-wife passed on, and he did a tribute to her. These guys are divorced. And he said, I just want to reach out and do a shout out. You know, my former wife passed on, but she is the mother of our 3 children, and she was such a sunshine. She was such a beautiful soul. He just spoke so kindly about his former wife, and I thought, if we can all do this, if we can all bring in those 5 lessons, right? Forgiveness, compassion, faith, and trust that, okay, if we're separating, that's for our best and highest good, and unconditional love. If we can all do this and apply that level of love and compassion for someone that we once loved and we had children with, right? Whew, that's the most powerful gift you could ever give to your children, is stepping away and saying, I choose love and compassion here, even if you're being an ass, because I know in time it will heal. You're not able to control me anymore through the anger and through the angst and the you know, semantics, the stuff that is going on, not semantics, the antics. Anyways, not able to control you anymore. Allow yourself to be stepping into your own power. Yeah, it keeps going back to the healing card. Let go of whatever was said or done. Let go of that control, and instead have that breakthrough moment where you go, okay, you know what? What matters most here is we settle and we part ways and we do what's best for the children. And that's it. Okay. I hope that helps, because right now I see it was less than 50% because there's so much in the air. There's so many choices, so many variables right now. And we need to build the bridges. We need to build the bridges. Okay.
Ooh, I think you had a few people maybe in tears there, Carrie, in the chat. Just beautiful, beautiful message that I think we all should aspire to, do things like that, put differences aside.
Yeah.
Another Facebook question, this one from Leanne. And by the way, not too late to ask your questions. If you're just coming in now, looks like we are getting a bunch of people on YouTube here, a bunch of people on Twitch. If you're just coming in, please leave a question and we will get to it. We've got a little bit more time and a few more questions. This one from Leanne Nightingale.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Leanne.
Leanne there. Moving in with my new beloved and wondering if a 2-year lease would be unwise.
Yeah, I'm getting a no to a 2-year lease. Yeah, you want to keep it to the 1 year. There is a feeling of control when it's under 2 years. Then you'll always be, and if you need to leave, not him, but if you guys need to relocate, then you're stuck there for 2 years. Although finances could be nice because then you're actually locked into that price. So is it best that you do the 2-year lease? Yes or no? No, it's again. So what I get is about 30% yes, 70% no, right? So there's some benefits to it, but they don't outweigh what you're going to need, because I think as you grow your family, you're going to need a different environment, and that could be sooner than later, my girl. Just saying.
Manette, one of our new viewers, says, Carrie, I have chills.
Aw,
You're so amazing.
I love
That's
you.
probably
Honey.
giving Carrie goosebumps when you say something
Yeah,
like that.
it is you, isn't it? Yeah.
Okay, let's get back to our YouTube and Twitch questions here. I think that we said that Robin was going to be next. Let's see if I can find it as we have more questions coming in. Where are you, Robin? Where are you? Okay, Bobby it is. Good morning, Carrie and Glenn. Bobby Norton here from Comox.
Hey, Bobby Norton.
Canadian.
I know
Hey.
Bobby Norton. I know
Would love
Bobby
a card
Norton.
reading. Bobby
Okay.
Norton.
So
with
Bobby,
any messages regarding, would love a card reading with regards to any messages I need to hear about my new venture.
okay. Can you actually ask a yes or no question, Bobby, for me? Because that is like huge. And the first card that came up, well, it was judgment. So there's some judgment there, but there's also an ending of something that is happening. And yeah. So actually, a private session would be really good too. Some cards are coming up here. The key that I get for you, oh my God, they're all falling out, is
Tammy, where are you?
I know, right? They all just fell down. Thank God I have a little table here. Things have been yielding to you or for you for a long time. So yeah, the key is to what? Key is to stop worrying about asking for help and instead see yourself breaking through in that new adventure. Yeah. Is this like a new product that you're selling or something like that? Because you're going to learn to play your cards totally different. It feels different from what you've done in the past. And yeah, you're saying goodbye to what was there, and instead It's like a new education, something is teaching you to let go of. It's not the control, it's the control of your own mind. To let go of expectations that are so, they kind of take over with you, right? And the expectations of how your family should be, how your steps forward should be. Instead, just start moving forward and see your outcome first. What door is it that you want to walk through? What is it that you want to see on the other side of that door? You have a couple more cards here. There's that female card again, right? And need to get that mojo going and start celebrating. The celebration is a big part of it. And stop, that was the last card, stop judging yourself. Okay. Realize that everything around you is in perfect alignment with who you are, what you are, where you're going, what you're doing. You're in the right place with the right people, with the right thing, whatever it is that you're doing. Feels sales again. It feels, yeah. But there's some dead ends with that. So it feels like you need to write down what it is that you want. And maybe it's writing. Maybe it is writing that, is going to open up doors for you, because you're a very good writer as well. You're more analytical writer. You're more methodical, very good in the office, like accounting or something like that. It's the writing of like a production manager, a product manager, or something like that. Big cheese. This is what you would really excel at. And you need to let the other stuff go in order to step into who you are and your power. I love it. I love how the cards just, they tell the story, right? So that feels about right. If you were to step in your power, what would you be, do, and have right now? And now write that down. That goes to everyone here. If you could step in your power here and now, if you knew, oh, I am strong, I am like, if this is who you are, what would you be, do, and have? If money was not an issue, health was not an issue, relationship, all that stuff. It's just so what, as Jack Canfield would say. It's just a so what. Let that all go. And now that you've risen yourself up and you said, okay, dear Lord, please bring me back to my natural state. Now that you're in your natural state, your highest vibration, who are you? What are you? Who will you be? Or who are you now? What do you have? And what do you give in service? And just feel everything being reciprocated back to you with joy and love. Because there has been a hunting feeling with you in the past, like you're hunting and searching for something, and you're really good at what you do. So I want you to breathe and realize, okay, this is the outcome that I want. I'm not subject to anything. I'm not a victim to anything. Victims find victims, victors find victors. I am a victor. And in this victory, this is how I feel. And this is what I attract to myself. Okay? No more hunting or will this work? How will this work? No. Taking that away, throwing that in the cosmic garbage can. Because my God, my God, girl, you are, you always have been powerful. Bobby Norton, I bet you I've known her since, we were 6 years old. No, I had to be older. Grade 4, so 11 years old. Yeah. Known you a long time, and you're a powerhouse. So I'm looking forward to this new venture that you've got. It's exciting. You need to heal some stuff in order to really excel in it. That's all. And know your power. Step into your power. Then you're unstoppable. Look out. Okay. Well done, Bobby.
Thank you for that, Bobby. Just to follow up here from Astrid, who is asking about her daughter that she can't seem to get off the couch and doing things.
Yeah.
Okay, Carrie, but she never wants to do sessions, no to drugs, but I think you mean just a session with Astrid, right? Not with
Yeah.
the daughter?
No. Just with a daughter. I'm asking for a session with the daughter. So that
Oh,
has to
okay.
be part of the stipulation. It doesn't matter what she wants. She's living in your house. You're the boss. You're the one providing everything. You've got to say, listen, you know what? We're going to help you get out of your slump here, honey. And I found a beautiful woman that is compassionate and loving. Just give her a try and bring her to me. And she'll have a different outcome. And if not, I'll give you the money back. Okay? Done.
Yes, she is afraid and low confidence and a perfectionist. So,
Well,
yeah.
it's all learned behavior, right? So that comes from childhood. That comes from way back, the perfectionism. You know, she's really hard on herself and she's afraid of failing. And because she's afraid of failing, she's afraid to start anything. So imagine being in her world where, you know, you feel the pressure, you want to do stuff. And so she shuts down and she puts her head down and she draws because she's in this slump. I worry for her. I think that you need to get some help, and I am that person to help her. I can feel it. So she'll come. Show her this show. She'll come. And
Okay.
yeah, there is no drugs. It's like not even in her radar. She wants to push that away. It's not her thing. I know I can feel her soul, and you bring her. She'll be a different kid. We'll love her into being free of stuff, right? It's the motherly. It's loving that child within. Simple. Okay.
Let's see. We have a hello. I purchased Write Your Book for that original session, but was unable to attend. Will I be able to access it when I'm ready?
I purchased Write Your Book for the original session. And will I be? Oh, yes, of course. Yes. If you've purchased it, absolutely. Yeah, I'm still editing it, unfortunately. Sorry about that, but it is getting there. Editing isn't my forte. Like, I have a lot of gifts on this planet, and it's not Glenn's forte, it's not Tammy's. So, and they wouldn't know where I wanted it edited anyways, right? Even if it is like Glenn, I'm sure he could do it blindfolded. But this is a very personal thing. I want to put out a product that you can actually use and feel really good about. And so it's taken me a bit longer, but yes, of course. If you've paid for it, it's coming to you. Okay.
Okay. What do we got next here? Pippi.
Pippi.
Where the river meets the sky, Pippi. Just wondering about traveling and new adventures in life. What comes up for
Well, I think
travel?
we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. And I saw you coming back this way, actually, Alberta bound. And it's the key, right? Is you're making such major breakthroughs right now. Let's go to the words. What do they say? Yeah. Apology. So what does apology mean to you? That's the question. For me, when I look into it, it's an apology to yourself for being so hard on yourself, and let go of any frustration or anger that you may have had with yourself, because this is truly the beginning of a whole new world for you and new habit creation for you. So you're healing or healed the past. You've walked out of the office. And I think you're coming Alberta bound very soon. Yeah, the key is for you to focus on what is it that you want to do, be, and have, and then the hows will take care of themselves. When you actually visualize the gate opening up for you and you saying, "Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready," bring it on. Bring the beautiful joy and love and the finances, the money. Bring it all. It's coming to me with ease and grace. That's the key. Ease and grace, right? If you just say, "Bring me the money," it can come in some pretty difficult ways. And believe me, I've had that. So you need to focus on the bridge, right? The bridge over troubled waters. It's a peaceful, the waters are just smoothing out and you're building that bridge. Quick story for you, Glenn. I was engaged with a gentleman who you know of. I wrote a song about him. It's a good song. Anyways,
Coming to a future album, possibly.
yeah, totally. And it's called Caught the Next Bus. And I flippin' love this song. I was listening to it this morning. So, anyways, I needed 26,000, I think it was 25,000 to pay off in the divorce. I needed to have the assessor, the psychologist paid. And each one of us, my former had to pay 25,000 and I had to pay 25,000, 50,000 to the psychologist to make a decision. And that decision then went to the courts, and we know where it happened there. Anyways, I didn't have the 25,000. I was a single mom, just, I remortgaged everything for a divorce. And I thought, how am I going to come up with 25,000? No, how question will spiral me down. I can see myself. Yep, there's the 25,000. But I didn't say come with ease and grace. So this was a Friday. By Saturday, my former showed up, and he showed up at the door. We had broken up. And this is a man that I lived with, and we had been on and off for about 5 years. And he showed up at the door, got down on one knee, and proposed marriage. I was like, what the hell? What's going on here? And he professed his love, and that definitely he was going to be staying. He had made his mind up, and asked me to make my mind up. So long story short, that was Mother's Day weekend. And by Monday, we had put on the internet that we were engaged, and another girl that he had been seeing saw that and came back to him and said, no, what are you doing? So by Monday evening, he changed his mind. And so he said, keep the diamond, keep the ring, because we went out over the weekend and he got a $60,000 ring for $25,000 from Costco. And it was a beautiful, gorgeous rock, right? It was a big one. And he said, keep the ring. And I'm really sorry that I put you through all of this. And so I returned it. And by Monday, I had $25,000 that I didn't have on Friday. So when you say, I really need this, oh, wow, I really want this, you can manifest it. But now I am very clear in my manifestation that it comes with ease and grace, because that broke my heart, and it broke my kids' hearts, right? It just did a number on all of us. And so now I'm really clear when I'm manifesting. It comes with ease and grace. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. So in the song, one of the lines is, you really lost a diamond when you let us go. And he literally did. He lost a diamond. Oh my God. I just think, ironing, right? 15 years later now. And it's such a good song. I can hardly wait to play it for you guys.
That and you didn't realize that line until after the fact. Like, you had written that,
Yep.
and then days later you're like, wait a minute. What?
I know,
Spirit
you guys.
Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Jeez,
You guys were sitting in the living room, and I was like, oh my God, wait a minute. He really did lose a diamond. I was thinking, oh, he lost a diamond in me, like. And I was thinking, oh yeah, he lost a diamond in me when he let me go, or let us go. And then it dawned on me, no, wait a minute. He actually did lose a diamond when he let us go. So there you go. But everything works out for a reason. And I'm so grateful he did that, because then I met Lindsay, who is in the UK, and I'm now remarried, and I have my residency in Portugal, which I live part-time. So I wouldn't have all of this had he not gone with a 23-year-old. So thank you, Mr. 50-year-old, for choosing a kid that was younger than his own kid. Just a little jab there.
Well, one thing about Carrie, you can never say she's never frank with her discussions. She's always very frank with her discussions, and she's willing to talk about anything. Holy smokes, there's stuff there I didn't even know, and we've talked about that a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, this one, Carrie, from Dorella. I'll let you read it, because I'm not sure on the intent on this one, but I'll let you go ahead and address it.
When will TL, is TL a Cancer? Be reaching out to me. Thanks. So it's not the dis-ease, right? It is someone who is a Cancer like I am. I'm a Cancer as well. So that's what I take from that. Is that correct, Dorella? If you can just give us a quick, yes or no. Okay, the ending card comes up. So will TL be reaching out to you? Yes or no? No. It feels, yeah. Okay. It's someone that is, like me, Cancer.
Astrology, yeah.
Astrology. Yeah. It's coming to an end, if not coming to an end. So you need to resolve that and hug. I think actually it could flip around when you focus on either letting it go. It's like that bird, right? If you really love someone, you let them go and let them be free. And if it's meant to be, they'll come back. And that's what I get, is that there's a possibility. Is there a possibility that TL will come back in time? Yes or no? Absolutely. That's really strong, like 80%. But for now, is TL coming back in the near future? Yes or no? Yeah, it doesn't feel like it right away. So the key is what? The key is to pray. The key is to, this is your time. Oh, I see. Okay, so I get excited. This is your time to grow. It was like Google Man. They had to, that little yellow guy on Google Maps, they had to pick him up and move him over here for a little while, because you've got some stuff that you need to clear out and to let go of, and to really focus on yourself. So faith. You are part of a church, yes or no? Yep. I think you need to really focus on your faith and bring that light inside you and allow it to grow that much more. Because if TL is looking for something, are you the person right now that would fit TL's liking? Or do you feel that you need to have to? No, what I see is when you change, everything around you is going to change. And so as you grow spiritually, either TL will have to step up and be at the same level as you, or TL is going to melt away and someone else will step in that is at your same vibration. It feels like you and TL are at a lower vibration right now. You're not as high as you could be. And it goes back to the key. The key is, again, we go back to writing. Wow, that's been a common thing, because it's like you can't see the forest for the trees right now. You have so many choices, and there's a lot of judgment of, I don't know about this one. I don't know about that one. It all comes back to being your spiritual self. We need you to actually focus in on who you are spiritually. It's like Creator wants to talk to you and wants to set you straight a little bit and say, okay, come on now. Stop getting distracted by, the people around you, and instead focus on who you are and where you're going. And they will naturally be like bees to honey, right? They'll naturally come back to you. The more that you get in alignment and get confident, self-confident, bring your chin up, walk with confidence. That's when everything's going to change for you, because when you change, the whole world is going to change. Okay, for the better. Much love to you, honey.
Okay, thank you. On Facebook, Jill G says hello to Carrie on Facebook there. A follow-up, you did answer a question from Leanne a little earlier. To refresh your memory, she was wondering if she should sign a 2-year lease with her new beloved. Follow-up from her, she's asking, in this new house, he's going through apparently a divorce too. So in this new house, will my breath and music work finally flourish?
It's a breakthrough time for you. Yeah. I think this is what you've been waiting for, isn't it? Yeah, this is what you've been waiting for, but you've been, it's like not judgment. This is, in this case, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. This is the trilogy that is here waiting for you. Yeah, it keeps coming back to breakthrough. So, yeah, this is a time where you're really starting to grow and you're starting to build the bridges. You're starting to, they want you to look in the mirror. Okay, start to focus on the beauty within. If you want to do breath work and all of that for everyone else, you got to start with yourself, right? I've often said that the best healers, or most healers, need healing, and the most counselors need counseling, right? It's what we need to do. So as you are wanting to do this work, start with yourself, and once you really step into that empowerment, the doors will just naturally open for you. I think that this is a baby steps working towards it, because your office, you're setting up your office in your house. Yeah. And you have a lot of spiritual alignment with you. There's a lot of spiritual support. So ask for your spirit guides' help, right? Just ask.
Okay, one more minute if you want to ask a question, then we're going to cut the questions off. So if you do ask your question within the next minute, we will get to it, and then we'll call it a show. But I just want to shout out our YouTube crowd. Holy smokes, I think this is our biggest YouTube crowd we've had. A lot of people watching us live right now on YouTube. Still have a pretty good number of people watching us on Twitch, few on Facebook as well. So thank you guys. You guys are amazing. We love you. Thank you so much for supporting us. We've only been at this, as a team here for less than 2 months, and you guys feel like family already. So thank you so much. Melissa,
so one other thing,
Oh, yeah.
one other thing to the YouTube crowd is just a note that we won't be here next week because I'm traveling back to Portugal. And then the following week, we won't be here on Tuesdays anymore. We're going to Wednesday at this time. So if you're really keen and you found us on YouTube, yay, and on Twitch and on Facebook, make sure that you put in the calendar. Next week, we're not here at all. But the following week, we're no longer on Tuesdays. We're here on Wednesdays at 11 o'clock Mountain Time, 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Okay. Because I will be in Portugal by then, and there's no more 7 o'clock Wednesday evenings and no more Tuesdays at 11. It's going to be Wednesdays at 11, Fridays at 11 Mountain Time.
Excellent. And there were a couple questions asking about the music course that I do want to address here quickly. Again, limited to 8 people that can sign up. Melissa is asking, can your own voice be used in that program? Again, digital music is still really in its foundations, and I think it's going to explode over the next little while. Now, with digital music, there's always controversies. Is it good? Is it bad? Those kind of things. The program I use and many programs that are used, artists will lend their voice sample and get a little bit at least. Can you use your own voice in this program? There is a way to do it. It's a little bit more of an advanced teaching, but definitely if it's asked during the workshop, I can kind of address that and show you how you can use your own voice to try to put together a song as well. And again, it's going to be in 3 different parts: writing your own song, which again is all your work, composing it, picking the right type of background music and things like that, the genre, and then publishing your music. So we're going to go through the whole process. And at the end of it, this program you own, you copyright this music. It is yours. You have the right to use it commercially. You have the right to, use it in different workshops, programs, those kind of things. You have ownership over this music. Also wanted to point, that was one of the things I wanted to address earlier that I missed. And so
Can
if
I
you're
say
interested
something
in
about that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so using your own voice. I'll tell you what I see, because my daughter is an amazing, both daughters, they're amazing singers. And you can use these songs as templates. So you're writing your own song, you're producing your own music. And for instance, the song we were just talking about with the hurtin' song, I call it, caught the next bus. I can see my daughters singing this song easy. The music is already created. And now it's ready to go. So you can actually create it and reproduce it. You can make it as a karaoke song and then sing along with it, right? I
Yeah.
believe you can. Can you actually, once it's created, can you do that? Or you can probably get a musician together if you already have musicians. You can copy it and it's your copyright. You can make it into your own song with your own voice.
Yeah, it allows you to take out the stems. You can remove, once the song is together, you can remove specific instruments, you can remove the vocals, you can remove this, you can remove that. Like, it does give you the power to put together
Yeah.
a song as you want it to be. It doesn't have to be vocal, it can be instrumental. And
Yeah.
again, you have ownership to be able to use that wherever, whenever you
Yeah.
want.
And so
And
you've got the lyrics, right? You wrote the song and now you have the karaoke music and it's professional. Our songs are playing on the radio. That's how good it is. So,
and another question I saw was, oh, geez, it just escaped. It doesn't seem to let me want to answer this question. Keep on going, Carrie. I'll think of it.
I don't know. Well, yeah. What are we going to say about the course? There's only 8 seats, and
Oh,
it's reasonably priced. So,
I got it. I remember.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
I just forgot again. No, 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 no. So again, you have ownership over the songs, and I don't know why. I just as I remember what it was, it's saying don't ask that question. So let's
Yeah.
move on. Okay,
Okay.
let's move on.
It'll come to you.
Okay. Not seeing anything new on Facebook here from Tammy.
Have you been
Selena.
using have you been using aluminum-free deodorant?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, when I do, yeah.
I'm thinking about the mind, right? You're not using aluminum, right? You're kind of losing it, the memory.
You may be frank with your discussions, Carrie, but that is a little bit out there.
I thought it was funny.
All right. Selena asks.
Mhm.
I'm still trying to think of that question. Selena
Yeah.
asks, please, can you? Oh, I know. Someone asked, are there any additional costs other than the course, like for the software and things like that? The program that you will be using in the workshop is free to use. Like many programs, you can upgrade it to get more options, make more songs, things like that, test more things out. But it is very minimal. I think it's like $10 a month or something like that. And the only other minimal cost is a program used to distribute your music to Spotify, iTunes. There's like 40 different sites that you can distribute your music to. So there is a little bit of cost to that. But once you subscribe to those, then you shouldn't have any other costs. It doesn't cost you anything to promote to the radio or to write the song or anything like that.
No, they pick it up and say, hey, we'll add it to the playlist.
Selena says, can you please tell me about the significance of the newly refurbished Notre Dame in Paris in connection to the Knights Templar? Good question.
Yeah. Well, the dancing card comes up. There's a lot of joy about that. And it's also setting free. What was in Notre Dame prior? Oh, it feels like there was some stuff. It had to burn down. It had to go right down to nothing and be rebuilt. Did they rebuild it with it goes back to apology again, apology from the church. Yeah. There was some kind of threat, which we know what that is and the fascination that comes with that threat. But don't worry, it's all wonderful. This is a wonderful step in the rebuilding, and it brings great joy, great laughter. What I get is that, the old free energy, what they used to use with free energy. There was something in Notre Dame, and it felt like it was all the way down, down, down into the ground. It felt like something in a core. And was Notre Dame a positive building prior to being rebuilt? Yes or no? No. It was quite dark. And so was it used? Yeah, it was used for all kinds of stuff. And that's why it feels it needed to be burnt down. And that energy needed to be dissipated. When we do Freedom Masters, we do release letters, and we don't send these letters to whoever it is that we're sending them to. It's a release. We're letting go of stuff. So we dump all that stuff, all that anger, all that crap into the letter, and then we burn it. And because in the Aboriginal faith, I'm Korean Ojibwe, and so when we burn those letters, the smoke goes up to Creator, and the ashes go back to Mother Earth, and both take the smoke and accept the ashes and transform that energy into love and light and joy and prosperity and everything that's good. So this is an excellent question, because I never really looked into Notre Dame. They cracked the whip on when someone cracks a whip, it actually, that cracking noise, it shifts the energy in the air. You can actually feel it. It's like giving a new blood transfusion, and it has less to do with that red stuff now, and instead it's all about joy and laughter. So I think that they infuse something really positive in the building, and that's why Mr. T and all those guys went. That caused a bit of and it keeps going back to the joy, focus on the joy about it, because that's what the building is about. I think the technology of free energy is going to come back to us as well, and probably it'll start there, because something has been put inside that is really beautiful, and we shall see. It's light. Yeah. So I think it's beautiful that you asked this question, because I can see it's the beginning. Yeah, it's a fascination of mine. And there was an attack. So I didn't bring the attack word up before, but it came up before. And so finally it came up twice, and I'm like, okay, I gotta, So the Father up above, I believe, did a cleansing there. Yeah, and it all goes back to being wonderful now. So no worries. The shame, all of the stuff that was there, that, all of that stuff is, all of that, what we would see, they saw as affection, but was actually rot. All of that stuff is gone. And now, the beautiful energy up above is, let me shuffle these, because I keep getting the same words over and over again. Yeah, it's all gone. It's going for it. Yeah, it should be a totally different environment now. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's healed. So well done. Good question. Thank you.
Well, we are winding down. Only a few more questions to get to. Now, I don't think Carrie can get too specific on this one, because it is a financial question. But Carla 88cc, good to see you, Carla, says, Carrie, can you ask about XRP crypto? Will it keep increasing as it currently is? What price do you anticipate by December 2025?
Yeah. I don't touch financial stuff, because if I say something and you go and invest and it doesn't happen, as a psychic, it's interesting, because people say, well, why don't you go and get your lottery numbers? Because the first thing that came up was cash when you were asking. I was like, that's interesting. And I want you to see your outcome. I want you to, crack the whip for yourself. You can manifest whatever it is you want in the world. If you want it to go up, you can actually see it going up, feel it going up, and see your outcome. Feel it, feel that bubbling up. Because when it comes to myself, I don't use my gifts that way ever. It's not about that. I like to use my gifts for not financial gain for myself personally. Like, what's the winning numbers? I'm going to find those, because you can, but that's not the focus for me. Focus is to help others heal and find the joy and the love, and really come into alignment with who they are, their life purpose, right? So, because money just flows with ease and grace. And so, yeah, it's going to go up, but it will also come down. So I can't answer that. Sorry, honey. I think that I haven't invested in it, but I know that others around me have very much, and they're enjoying this ride. So, yeah, enjoy the ride.
Yeah, beautiful answer. I mean, you manifest, you envision what you want to see,
Exactly.
and go from there. But yeah, again, legalities of it too is very, very. You don't want to
Not
touch that
touching
kind
that
of
one.
stuff. So
No.
go talk to a financial advisor, I guess, is
Good
my
answer.
recommendation. Starfish in the house.
Hey,
Carrie,
Star.
will we move to a house this year? We've been trying for 3 years to find one that allows us to have a dog.
Yeah. Okay. So, Starfish, will you move to a house this year? Yes or no? It's a little over 50%. Probably because you're focusing that we haven't been able to find a house that will allow our dog. And so I need you to start to change your words, change your words, change your world. So, Starfish, please start saying as you're going to bed, I'm so happy and grateful now that we found a house that we can bring our beautiful pup to. And it's perfect. It's just perfect for us in every way. It has this and it has that, and feel it, walk through it. I want you to sniff, when you close your eyes, I want you to walk onto the property and feel the property and walk up to the door and smell the beautiful bread being made in the oven or whatever it is. What smell do you smell in that house? It smells so good. And see your dog brushing your leg as it comes by and runs into the house. Visualize yourself opening the curtains in the morning and letting the sunlight in and feeling so grateful that you are now in your beloved home with your puppy and your family and everyone that is gathering in joy and laughter. This is what we need for you. Okay. Yeah, we need to heal what was a wound that your dog was being rejected instead. Isn't it interesting? Same cards all day. Yeah, that was a heavy load that you were carrying, the rejection. And so what you resist persists, right? If you feel that you're walking this path alone and that there wasn't much support there, like people were distant, that's what you're going to get more of. So instead, I want you to feel rooted and see your backyard, see the trees, see the flowers, and understand that you're stepping in to your ideal life. So instead of asking, will we ever find a house? Will we find that house? That's a victim's statement. We're going to let that go. Again, it comes back to writing. You're going to write down what it is that you want, and you're going to step into your power, and you're going to say, this is it. Okay, if I'm stepping into my power, I'm going to roll up my sleeves. I'm brushing my hair back because the wind's going to hit me, right? And now that I'm stepping into my power, I sit straight. My chin is up. I want you to do this. Sit straight. Feel that power. In fact, best thing that you can do is a Superman or Wonder Woman pose. I want you to get up and with your hands on your hips, your chin up, I want you to feel the confidence, smile and feel like you are Wonder Woman or Superman, and just feel that energy flowing through you. Now, from Wonder Woman's perspective, Starfish, would she go, am I ever going to find a house that will fit my dog? Hell no. She's like, woo, I want that house over there and I'm going to have it, right? That's the power we need to bring into you. And same with, Superman, right? If a Superman is out there listening to this, be definitive in what it is that you want to create. And so no more of this victim stuff of, I don't know, will we ever find a house? And I'm playing here. I'm not mocking you, right? I'm just playing because that's kind of what it sounds like, right? We're like, I don't know, damn it, everyone's rejected me and they don't want my puppy and blah, 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 blah. Breathe. Let that go. Remember the camel with the burden? That was the burden. So let that go. Throw that up to the cosmic garbage can. Allow Creator to, transform this energy for you. And instead say, okay, thank you, dear Lord. I trust. I feel so excited that the perfect house is coming to me here and now. In fact, I am so excited that I am now living in my perfect house. And then just design it in your mind and it shall be. Okay. And miracles will happen for you. All of a sudden, you're going to be like, oh my God, I got a house for my dog too. Woo-hoo-hoo. And it has a doghouse in the back. That's perfect for him. Okay.
Dogs? Did you say dogs?
Yeah.
Carrie, at the exact same time, Little Miss Hammerbammers typed almost the exact same question without the dog. Do you see me having a house? So is it kind of the same message to Little Miss Hammerbammers or anything different?
Yeah, no, identical, honey. Yeah. So when you're asking, do I see it? You're asking me to visualize for you. And I ain't going to do that. Do I see it for you? Absolutely. It's really strong, but there's some clouds in the way. And so you got to clear those clouds in order to make it manifest, right? And that's the key. You need to let go of whatever it is that you've been putting obstacles in the way. It's like the earth is turning up in front of you. You know, I want you to visualize, Hammer. I want you to visualize your ideal house and see your pathway between you and the house. Is it a straight line going to the house, or is it wavy? Is it curvy? And do you see a couple of trees? And can you kind of see through the forest a little bit to the house, or is it completely blocked out? So I ask this of everyone in the chat. I want you to visualize, what is it that you really want? And I want you to see it in your future, feel it in your future. If you can't see it, don't worry, just feel it, sense it on your timeline. Where is it in the timeline? Is it really close, or is it further down the road? Just feel it and feel the pathway to it. Is it straight, or is it windy? And if it's windy, are there obstacles? Are there boulders? Are there trees in the way? If you have any obstacles there, go, okay, what are those obstacles? Well, they're usually learned behavior. They're feeling not worthy enough, not good enough. Oh, I never get a break. And I don't like saying a break, right? I never get a chance. Things pop up that literally on the timeline, a tree comes in, or a boulder comes in, or a car cuts you off, or whatever it is, right? And so all of those things, we're just going to clear them away. I want you to imagine that you're going down your timeline and you're just parting the seas. It's like Moses, and you're saying, okay, I part the seas between me and my outcome, and I see everything just moving away with ease and grace. There we are again, and see it all parting. And now feel your timeline going straight forward to your goal. Now you can travel through your timeline and go and walk into your new house, your new car, your new loved one, whatever it is that you want to manifest. And now you can come and embrace it with ease and grace without any obstacles. And when you look back, it's still a straight line, because all of that stuff you've commanded, you've ordered them all to step aside. Not playing that game anymore, not doing this anymore. I am worthy of ease and grace and manifesting whatever it is that I desire with ease and grace. And so there it is. Good exercise. Whew. And that is how you heal. That is how you step. That's how you crack the whip, man. Love it. Yeah, that's how you step into alignment and open the doors of prosperity and joy and everything that's good in your life. Okay, that's it.
Let it flow. It floats back to you. Soon we'll be making another run.
Doing the cha-cha-cha. Oh, that's awesome. Well, that's exactly it. You're paving your pathway to love, whatever it may be. The love of a house, the love of a car, love of a child, love of a new pet, new fur baby, love of whatever it is that you desire.
So Dobie, yes, please can I have a card reading about my love life?
Okay, so same thing. We need you to write down and be articulate. How many of you guys, put it in the chat, how many of you have actually written down a wish list of what your ideal mate is going to be like, and you said, I'm so happy and grateful now that I've met my ideal partner, and they are like this, he is like this, she is like this. And you don't say specifics. You don't say, 4'11", blue eyes, blonde, right? You don't go into that, because the ideal mate might be 5'3" or 5'9" or whatever, right? That shows up, and you're looking for this little short thing that's going to come. Right? And so let go of the specifics as far as looks go. You can say that they're attractive and that they are sexually attractive to you, and you are to them, right? You are compatible. If you have a high sex drive, you can actually ask for someone and they have a wonderful sex drive and they are compatible with me. Or if you have a lower libido, someone that is more into snuggling and more into just, personal displays of affection rather than, actual, right? So you can be specific that way, but I want you to be specific in writing and say their characteristics, they're compassionate and loving, and they absolutely adore me and I adore them. And this is the kind of list that you need to make, because yeah, it's sort of like being in the office where you plan to fail, you fail to plan, right? So if you are not creating the plan, if you are not creating the wish list, if you're not putting it into the menu of life and saying, this is what I wish for, then how do you expect for that love life to show up and be the love life that you are, or that you are here to have? So can I have a reading about my love life? It feels like you actually have someone there already. You need to focus on the joy. You need to focus on, and write it down. Write down okay, so those that already have someone in their life, write down why you fell in love in the first place and what brought you joy, right? Look up the 5 love languages and realize, oh my God, I've been giving this love language and they need this love language. They need affection and I am giving quality time, and they're going, but you're not hugging me anymore. I'm always with you, but I'm not living your love language. So look that up as well. As far as your Dobby Lass, as far as your love language, your love life goes, do you have a good love life? Yes or no? No, it's lacking right now. And that's why you're asking the question, probably. Can you change this instantly? Yeah, of course you can. So with your perspective, everything changes. So I want you to change your words. You're going to change your world. You're going to say, I am so excited about my love life. If you want more people in your life, I'm so excited that I have like 5 guys asking me out, or 5 women asking me out, or whatever it is, on a daily basis. Like, I have so many people that are coming to me and wanting to be in my life. If that's what you desire, you state whatever it is that you desire, and really feel it. Because I feel right now that you're focusing more on the lack than anything. And guess what? You're going to get more of, right? So you want to see your outcome. You want to see who you will be when you're 190 years old, because we're going to reverse the aging process. And we're not even going to look like that at the end of our time. I believe we're going to, reverse the aging process completely. And we will be, it's the power. You need to focus on your own power, honey, and who you are. So when you write down all those wonderful things, then you have to look at it and go, okay, in order to attract that person, who do I need to be? And then write down those things. And am I that person? How can I improve to be more like that person that wants to attract this kind of person? And then start doing it. Start applying it. Start being the person that you feel that you are here to be. And naturally, your partners will either rise up with you, if you already have one, or they will show up. One that is compatible with you will show up. And I see lots of laughter and joy in your future, honey. You've got lots of, yeah, you're able to do well. So stop worrying about handouts. Stop worrying about going, oh, please just send me anyone. Please, I want to have, better love life here. I want to have a better love life. And instead of that, focus on the joy, focus on, who you want, and create that breakthrough. Okay. But it feels like there's someone already there, and that can be the breakthrough. Okay. Done.
It's an open smile on a friendly shore.
Sing it with me, Carrie. All right. Thank you for the question, Dobie. I think we're down. Should when they make a list, you're talking about love life, is deodorant important?
Well, I personally like the aluminum free because, aluminum with your brain power can kind of, there's a lot of studies about dementia.
Okay, Carrie. Well, we are over the 2-hour mark. We do have one more question. Again, cool. I think I hit most of them. Apologies if we did not get to your question. They're kind of scattered throughout, and there were some second questions by some people, but I think we did get most of them. One more, and this one is from, where did it go? Jasmine Romero. And see if we can read it out here. Hi from Denver, Colorado. Does my cousin Heather Colleen Feather or my best friend Desperanza have a message for me?
Okay, so these are people on the other side. So, hi from Denver. Yeah, that's Denver, right? Yeah. Does my cousin Heather, Heather Feather, or my best friend have a message for you? Okay, so what do they want to show me? Did you have a lollipop or a sucker or something like that? Someone had a sucker or a lollipop around, because I see sucking on a lollipop. I don't know what that means. Sucker? Maybe they were a sucker. Stop being a sucker. That could be it. That's unusual. I've never seen that in all my years. What else would they like to show you? Yeah, it's a bird flying. So it just came from like nothing and flew over my left shoulder. So this is the male shoulder, masculine shoulder. So I would say that Desperanza, that was, they want you to fly. They want you to start lifting up out of, there's like a soup around you, a heavy soup, really heaviness. And so I want to actually visualize. Oh, I just heard something. What was that? Did you hear that?
No, I did not.
That was strange. Someone literally came to my right here and went, oh.
Well, that is interesting. I wonder if that ties in with the question here.
Well, of course. Yeah. Yeah. They went, oh.
Oh.
So who used to make noises when they were getting up? Oh. Oh. That's what I see. That feels more like an uncle, Oh. That was beautiful. So thank you for that. Yeah. Wants you to fly. Wants you to actually take flight. You're actually pretty psychic yourself, honey, but you've been slow on it. You haven't been, it's something that really interests you, but you've been holding back on it. So I want you to start looking at it and stop worrying about the cash, and instead focus on what makes you happy. Focus on, closing your eyes and bringing yourself to a really peaceful place and hear the ocean and smell the sea breeze and, uh, if you've ever, if you've ever not experienced that, you've seen it enough on the net and stuff. They keep going back to the money. So, fly. You need to stop worrying about the money and realize, okay, if I didn't need money to be happy and to do all the things I wanted to do, what would I do? And just put it out there. Say, I really wish for, and then be careful what you wish for, because you really, it comes in and it comes in quickly. So I really wish for with ease and grace. Okay. That was beautiful. You had 3 people here. You had the 2 there, and you had a gentleman on my right-hand side, which would be your mother's side. And so I think it's an uncle on your mother's side that came in. And did he have abdominal issues or gut issues? Because it felt like he was like, oh, there was a pain in the belly or lower back when getting up. Yeah. Yeah, so you're really powerful. You've got lots of support around you. When I look into you, yeah, there's one distinct spirit guide that's with you. Yeah, I love her. I love a sucker candy. There you go. So that's confirmation. If that's something that they know you for, it's confirming that they're definitely here. And yeah, like time is up, definitely. Yeah. So I would suggest that you start closing your eyes and wishing for contact with your loved ones there, and then just be still for a moment and say, okay, what is it that you'd like to tell me? I feel you, because you can feel them. I know you can feel them, right? You're pretty intuitive. You have a gift. You've played small a lot of your life, and they don't want you to play small anymore. They want you to actually start, being who you are here to be on this planet. And I think you have such a compassionate, loving heart. You're really sweet. You're really loving. And you need to start loving yourself first. Makes me want to cry, because I can feel in you that you haven't loved yourself, like really loved yourself for a long time. And so this is what I want for you, is that you're really going to focus on loving yourself and set your wings free so you can fly, you can enjoy. I don't know if you've read my book, but it's a really easy read. I made it. I'm learning disabled. And I can say that freely, because a lot of people will go, well, Carrie, you can change anything. You can change your words. You can change your LD. No, I'm good with my LD. I'm really good with it. You can see the paragraphs there. They're extra space apart, because as a dyslexic or learning disabled person, if the words are too concentrated, you get dizzy and the words just fall off the page. This you can actually read because of the way that I've spaced it. It's excellent. I've had so many people say, yeah, and at the back there are pictures even. Yeah, so lots of space there. Council of Men, that was incredible, that experience. So if you go right to the back, Glenn, you can see the pictures. And these are images of myself with my family. And yeah, they're beautiful. That was me and my mom on the left. So she had just had a massive heart attack, and I learned to cook at the age of 12 and then my dad, oh my God, my dad was amazing. Such a good man. He was a pro boxer, as I said, and that's me, my grandmother. So anyways, there's all kinds of stuff in there, and this will really help you move to a whole new level of consciousness. So I'll invite you to get the book, hon. Okay.
Thank you. Jasmine, thank you for the question. I hope that that helps you. And Carrie, why end on one Jasmine when we can have 2 Jasmines? We have another Jasmine.
No way.
Yeah. So this is synchronicity here. We got 2 Jasmine. Jasmine number 2 question is saying, I am in suspense. I've grown feelings for my friend Nick, and I get a vibe that he likes me too. Will something more happen between us, or will we just remain friends? Thanks and blessings to you.
Isn't that a fun time? Do you remember that? Have you ever had that, Glenn, where you have a really good friend and you can feel the vibes and you're like, oh my God, is it going to go anymore? Or is it, you have that, right? Yeah, especially in your youth. I felt it. Well, I think you can have it at any time in your life, but oh, there's a card that fell out. Yeah. So many choices, so many trees, pee on my tree. I often I joke with my husband and I say I peed on my tree. Right? Or he peed on his tree. Right? He claimed the territory, and it's like a dog marking the territory, right? So yeah, maybe you're about to claim your territory there. Yeah, and family definitely is popping up. It's taking a bit longer than what you thought, but that's all right. Don't worry. Soon the road is going to open up for you. You'll stop yielding and you will move forward. Yeah. Money is also something that's an interest for both of you. And I think that it could be like a joint business or something that really intrigues you both that you're going to be working towards. And you're going to definitely step into your happy place. So will you have a relationship? Yes or no? You already have a relationship. So better question. Will you have a romantic relationship with your friend Nick? Yes or no? It could easily go that route if you so choose. So it feels like he definitely, it's reciprocated, honey. Yeah. So you just need to crack the whip, but not too soon. Men like if you play hard to get. And this is a woman that's been engaged 11 times. So I kind of know how to get men to propose. And the big thing is play hard to get. Notice how Glenn was like, ooh, I don't want to look at that. He disappeared so damn fast. Anyways, men, they like the chase, is my experience. And whatever generation, they still enjoy the chase. And so don't give in too fast, too easy, because that can ruin everything, right? You just want to keep it, keep going, but be more flirtatious and don't let them in too soon, because that can deflate it pretty fast. Okay.
So don't propose on the first date is what you're saying.
Oh, I've had that so many times.
The Love Boat. I think Carrie was the captain of the Love Boat. If they ever do a sequel to it, Carrie's going to be the new captain, guiding you along your path.
Yeah, my oldest daughter used to say, Carrie, Mom, you got to write a book on, how to get a man to propose to you, because so many women have difficulties with that. They live together for like 5 years or whatever and still no proposal. And yeah, how to find that joy and how to, have that family. It's pretty darn simple. I just played friggin' hard to get, to the point that they were begging, and you hold off. You hold off until they
Jasmine,
propose.
I hope you stuck around to hear that answer, because she's the expert on, relationships and all that other kind of stuff. So I think, Carrie, I think we got through everything.
Says the guy
Lynn,
who's been married for what, 26 years, 27 years, something like that. I'd say you're an expert on relationships as well.
time is linear, not linear, Carrie.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
There
Well,
you go.
you and
Love
Tammy get along
Instagram.
really
Follow
well.
Carrie on Instagram. There you go. Love.
Yes.
There's some love. Thank you to Tammy for sharing all the links today. Thank you guys for asking all your questions. Without questions, it would be a very short show for the live readings. Lynn had a music question as well. She kind of asked, have we been writing music for the last 2 months? And well, I, Lynn, have been writing for a little longer, not much longer.
Mm-hmm.
And when Carrie came to stay with us and we agreed to work on a show together,
Mm-hmm.
I put together the song Carrie, and I had her come down to my office here and listen to it. And she started to cry.
I was just tears coming down because it's so beautiful. I was like, that's an intro to our podcast. Oh my gosh. It just tears. It was so
And then
beautiful.
she got the music addiction, because she's always loved music and wanted to write music and perform music and all that kind of stuff. So it just kind of went from there, Lynn. And we've been working on songs both together and individually ever since. So we hope you can join us for the workshop. Only 8 people, because of the program that I use. 8 people will be allowed to join us. So please
Yeah.
sign up. And Tammy can
And-
post that one more time for us.
There you go. That'd be great.
So we're going to end off with the song that started it all. We talked about the song Carrie. Hope you enjoy it.
Aw.
And join us on Friday. Let me give you a little teaser of what's coming up on Friday here. We're going to start the show on Friday with Erica. And you know Erica a little bit. How did Erica come to be on our show?
So Erica has her own podcast, and she invited me to come on as a guest on her show. And she was so amazing. She's such a sweetheart, and she's interviewed so many people with near-death experiences. I thought it would be great to have her on as a guest to give us insight not only into her own abilities, but also what she's heard and seen with all of her guests regarding supernatural stuff.
Cool. So we're going to interview Erica for the first 15 or 20, maybe half hour. We'll see how it goes. And again, if you are a subscriber on Twitch, we welcome our subscribers like Hammer Bammers a couple weeks ago to come on our show. We would love you. You as a subscriber, we owe you for helping us financially subscribing on Twitch. We would love you to come over and talk about your spiritual experiences for 15 or 20 minutes on one of our Friday shows. So you can contact Tammy at admin@carriekohan.com. If you're willing to do that, she can set up a date and time for you, and that is open to our Twitch subscribers. Also, on Friday, after Erica, Carrie is going to give you a refresher course on some of the things that she has done in her life. Carrie, what can the community expect on Friday?
Okay, so a lot of a little bit of what I've done, but we tried to find videos and interviews. I had well over 1,000 interviews when I was a national child advocate for 17 years. I volunteered, and it's down to one interview is left. Everything's been scrubbed clean. And so we're going to show you that interview from 2003 when I was a little Barbie doll. But man, I knew my stuff. No one could stump me. And so that's how I was so effective in writing and mending so many laws. And as well, I think we'll go right back to when my first advocacy stuff started. And I was the first actually to speak out about EMFs. And I took Roger Cantel, Ted Rogers, to the BC Supreme Court in 1995, 96, and over a cell tower. And so we'll show you the old news articles. Makes me choke up because my God, that was a battle. Went bankrupt over it. It cost me everything. My first husband and I, but we rebounded and we did well. And everything happened for a reason, because now, I set the alarm. I sounded that alarm about safety code 6 back in 1995. And so I want to show you about that. And so you can see how long this has been going on and how you can contribute moving forward. Okay. It's good stuff.
There you have it. That's what's coming up on Friday, because a lot of you have just been joining the channel recently and don't know much about Carrie and what led her up to this point in her life. So we'll get a little bit of a look back on Carrie's life and the amazing things that she's been able to do in Canada and worldwide. Yeah.
I will add one more thing to that is we had to go into hiding for a long time, and I had a lot of death threats. For those that don't know, I had a 3-time PDF file. He entered the house and tried to take my 2-year-old out of her crib. And so I chased him out with a thing in my hand, like, stab and all these things that you have to say. But anyways, it changed everything. And so that was the start of my advocacy work. And I brought a lot of American laws into Canada, like this, Amber Alert. I brought that in with MLA Heather Forsyth. We worked very hard on that one together. And then the rest I did on my own, just spirit driven and given. I was hearing stuff along the way. So we're going to talk about that and how you can listen to things. And, when you see and feel things like seeing yourself on a podium speaking, you go, oh no, I can't do that. I'm not a speaker. That's what I did for like 2 years until finally Spirit was like, look, you need to do this. So that's what we're going to talk about. It's pretty cool. It's really an interesting conversation.
And will inspire others to maybe take similar paths with things they're passionate about. So
Very
thank you, everyone. We're going to leave off with the first song written and
Okay,
composed.
no. One more thing. I keep
okay.
interrupting you, but
Okay.
I saw someone come on here, and Isabel, obrigada. Tudo bem, estou bem. You were speaking a bit of Portuguese, and I was like, oh my gosh, you love the energy and you're catching us live. So obrigada, my friend. I can hardly wait to be back in Portugal. And I don't think I know you, but look us up when we're in Portugal. Okay. Much love to you. And that's it. Now we can go into the.
Okay. Can we?
He's such a smart ass. I tell you. Yep. You are.
Okay, so join us on.
Yeah, I keep cutting him off. It's like one last thing.
So please put your comments in the chat. We'll show the comments as the music rolls us out. Join us Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern, 11 o'clock Mountain. Lots of love to all of you from Tammy, Carrie, and Glenn. Make sure you calibrate your mystic compass. See you next episode.
Carrie, the world awaits your call. The time has come, the angels rise up and show the way. Across the valley where the shadows lie, Carrie walks, the moon in her eyes, cards in her hand, secrets unfold, truths untold in whispers bold. Her words like streams, they softly flow, lessons bound where few dare go. 5 paths she's walked, 5 lives she's led, wisdom blooms where angels tread. Carrie, the healer, the sage, the light, guiding the lost through the darkest night, with tarot's truth and a heart so wide. The 5 lessons call from the other side. Stars above and the earth's embrace, each turn of the card a sacred place. She speaks of love, she speaks of pain, in life's deep well we're born again. Oh, seeker of solace, hear her voice, the path before you, your only choice. The veils are thin, the answer's near, Carrie sees what the heart can't hear. Carrie, the healer, the sage, the light, guiding the lost through the darkest night, with tarot's truth and a heart so wide. The 5 lessons call from the other side.
Beautiful. Mm, I love that song.
Carrie, the healer, the mystic, the light.
What are you
We're back.
doing?
Oh, are we still live?
Yes.
Oh, hi
You were
guys.
were you singing through all of that? I didn't hear you singing. I wanted to show you something. I was just looking through my messages, and my stepdaughter and my grandchild on my husband's side, she just won a music award. So here we're talking about music, and it runs in the family. Yeah, she just won a music award, little bean. Oh my God, I'm so proud of the kids.
Did you ever play instruments when you were a kid?
I played the drums. I was in Air Cadets and I played the bass drum. You know, that big drum. Boom,
You were
boom,
able to lift
boom,
that
boom.
and carry it?
It was
Come
about,
on, someone was
about
in
that
front
high off
carrying
the
it.
ground. I was the world's smallest soldier, and Lieutenant Governor had come into town, and it was a big parade. And the bass drum player didn't show up, and they were like, "Who can step in? Who can?" And I played the glockenspiel, right? The dun 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 dun.
Can you
dun,
spell
dun,
that for me?
dun,
How
dun.
do you spell that?
It's a German kind of chime. It's a piano, vertical piano kind of thing, but it's chimes. And so I played the glockenspiel, and that day they were like, "Who's going to play the bass drum?" And I said, "I can do it." And they strapped it on me. It was so big. I swear to God. And anyways, we had to go around the entire parade square, and it wasn't just the cadets. We had every form of military there, because this is a big week coming in, and we were leading it. And I had never played, but my dad was a professional drummer, so I grew up with it. So anyways, yeah, I got to play the bass drum there. Boom, 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 boom.
Is that the
boom,
one that the little, what do you call, the sticks had the big felt, like big pom-poms on the end of it?
Yeah, no pom poms. It's a huge drum. It's massive. Like you can't touch the end of it, right? And you strap it onto yourself. And so you got to arch your back and walk, march, you know.
Did you have any lessons previously, or was it just
No,
boom?
no,
boom?
I had a boyfriend in Air Cadets, David Marshall. He went on to be a bigwig in the military, and he was a drummer. Oh my God, we won. We beat out the Sea Cadets like crazy, and no one had beat the Sea Cadets in like 20 years in Victoria, BC. And we beat them out. We went to the provincials. We won everything. And I think a lot of it was their drummers. We had a core group of drummers, and they did, you know, the throwing of the sticks and the hitting sticks with their buddies next door. This was innovative. It was amazing. Yeah.
Did you play all the weird instruments? Lynn wants to know, did you play pots and pans?
Oh yeah, yeah. And I got my kids and grandkids to do that as well. Like, let's get the pots and pans out. Come on, bam, 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 bam. Right. My dad, he wanted me to play the drums, so he got a little, like a snare drum, you know, a little. It was just the top, and so he taught me how to hold the sticks properly, and I would have to do drum rolls like. Right. Yeah. So
You need to put a few drum solos in your music creations. Maybe you can find a pots and pans to put in there too.
yeah. But music's been a big thing in our family. I was a singer when I was younger, and my kids, they can sing. They won every competition there was. And in fact, Nikita, my oldest, opened for Brett Kissel, who then Brett Kissel opened for Garth Brooks. So she was close to getting there, but then she decided to go in the film industry instead. And so she's behind the scenes as a casting supervisor, script supervisor. She's a scriptie in Vancouver, and probably one of the busiest scripties in the entire province, I'd say. Yeah, she's brilliant. So they both are both good kids.
Well,
Yeah.
Carrie, I mean, this
What?
is bonus content, so
Why are we back?
we can be truthful here, Carrie. Speaking
Okay.
of music contests, last
Yes.
night, you and Tammy and myself, we had a little bit of a music contest, didn't we? And you know, I don't want to brag, but who
This-
won most of those music contests?
You just wanted to come back to brag, didn't you? This
It
is
was
like
Tammy. Tammy won a lot
No,
of the contests.
yeah, Tammy won where you had to fill in the next line. You know, we were listening to songs from the 80s, and they had to fill in the next line. And I think I got like 2. And Tammy was like, I don't know, almost all of them. You didn't get one.
Hey, now I got one Starship. Remember
He
Starship?
remembers.
You guys
Yeah.
remember Starship from the 80s? Not We Built This City, but the other one. I can't remember
Yeah.
the name of the song
I
now,
don't
but
remember.
but
Yeah.
Tammy's so fast at this. We were
She
going,
was-
they would play the lyric and then
Yeah.
they'd stop it and say, okay, what's the next line? And I'd be thinking, ready to say it, and she'd be like, blah, 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 blah.
I know.
And be like,
And we'd look at each other, you and I, you were across the couch, Tammy's in between us. And we'd constantly look over and go, damn it, she did it again.
it didn't matter. It was heavy metal. It could be pop. It could be rock.
had
And
it.
she's like, oh, the Scorpions were my thing.
I
And
know.
she'd
And
get
I'm
that
like,
one.
Scorpions who? Anyways,
But
yeah.
then
But
then
then-
what then it was like movie lines or movie quotes or something like that that
Yeah.
came on.
Yeah.
And I just like, you guys were like, I give up. I'm going.
Yeah.
Carrie said, I'm going to bed. You know,
Yeah.
that's how bad it was.
You guys. Yeah. No, then it came up ads, the 10 ad commercials that can you hear the jingle
Oh, the
and know
jingles,
what ad
yeah.
it was?
Yeah.
And yeah, you were like, oh, that was Light Bright, or that was
Diet Coke or
Diet
whatever.
Coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know my jingles.
You
I
had
watched so
those.
much TV as a kid. I know my jingles.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
some
had
good one. Elka Seltzer, remember? Plop, plop,
Plop,
fizz,
fizz,
fizz.
fizz.
Oh, what a relief it is.
it is. Yeah, that was,
Yeah, there were some good ones. And I
how
remember
many
some of the other ones.
seconds?
But I mean, you
Yeah.
guys growing up, you guys that are same age bracket at us, you know, the
Yeah.
jingles on TV always were catchy,
Yeah.
whether it was for ketchup or cereal. Carrie
My
started off the
baloney
show
has a
saying you're
first name,
great.
it's MEYER. My baloney has a second name, it's OSCAR. And
That's part of the Mandela effect,
yeah.
you know, Carrie.
I
Oscar
know.
Mayer apparently has changed how
Yeah.
it's spelt compared to
No.
what it was when we were growing up.
We had the jingle. We know the spelling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you
I'm
ask me
loving
why,
it. Do you remember I'm loving it?
Mhm.
Boop, boop, from the 90s? I'm loving it. Do, 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 do.
Nope.
Someone in chat will know who that one's from.
Don't know
Jackson
that one.
says, Tammy and Glenn, you will miss Carrie when she leaves.
No shit, right? Yeah, he's going to miss me, and so will Tammy. Just let them know that, because they might not. They might be like, "Oh, phew, thank God she's gone."
You would I won't miss her stealing my donuts.
I know. I'm not going to miss it either, because I'm going to get back to my regular routine. Yeah,
Yes.
we've
Okay.
had a
Well, I
lot of
think the
donuts.
bonus content, this is going to be another 2-hour show if we keep talking about jingles and jangles.
Yeah, I understand why
Mr.
you want.
Clean, Mr. Clean. Oh, okay. We better end right here. Okay.
Actually, you know, my favorite jingle of all time back then was
Coca-Cola.
I'd like to feed the world, or I'd like to give the world a Coke and furnish it with love, grow apple trees and honey bees and snow white turtle dove. I'd like to build the world a home. That's it. I like to build the world a home. Yeah. Do you remember that? I mean, that's going back like 40 years.
Yes. I remember all the jingles.
Yeah.
Okay, Carrie.
Okay.
Thank you. I think we're done now, folks. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Much love,
and,
everyone.
lots of love.
Okay.
We'll see you next episode.
Take care.
Carrie, your mic's still on.
Oh,
Mute yourself. Stream is over.
I don't want to go. I'm having so much fun. It's awesome.
We'll see everyone. We'll see you next episode.
Okay, Friday. It's a date. See you guys then. Bye. Yeah, he wanted to brag. Imagine that.